Hi YouTube, I'm your guest rebel this week. I'm Jen Ellision. I'm the author of Threads of Sky and Sea, which comes out next week. And I thought I'd talk today a little bit about why I decided to self-publish. I have to apologize for the poor quality and the poor lighting in here. My camera is dead at the moment, so we're doing it webcam style, and I just feel like we're having a nighttime chat like this, YouTube. So, self-publishing. I decided to do self-publishing because I followed a couple people that I thought were doing it really successfully and putting out the kind of product that I would have liked to put out, and I like to think I am putting out that kind of product. It's professionally done, professionally packaged. They put themselves across as a professional author. Those people, by the way, off the top of my head, were KK Hendon, Jamie Gray, and Leanne Copens. Now, before I made the decision to self-publish, I had been going the traditional route. I was querying. I got a little bit of interest from some agents, small press here and there. I wound up withdrawing those, even though the agents and editors were still having a look at them, because I made the decision to self-publish, because I decided that it was the right decision for me. I think that traditional publishing and self-publishing both have great things about them, and I think it really matters what is right for the book and what is right for the author. In this case, I think that this is the right decision for me. There was also the fact that Threats of Sky and Sea is a young adult, high fantasy, focusing around elementals to a certain extent, and there are some books out in the YA market right now that have similar aspects to my book, so I didn't see it selling at a big publisher. Reason number one that I thought that this was a good decision for me, I have been known to be a bit of, how can I put this politely, a control freak. So in that respect, self-publishing was really perfect for me because I could seek out a cover artist whose work I liked, I could find a formatter whose work I was familiar with, copy editor, blog tours, and I could make sure that it would be people that I would be happy working with. Another thing that was a pro for me personally was that I won't really have to do very many public speaking engagements. Talking to a computer like this is fine. There's not an audience with expectant eyes on me. I'm essentially staring at myself right now, looking back at a webcam. But I get very, very nervous when I have to public speak, and I won't really have to do that. And that provides me with a lot of peace of mind. Another reason that I decided to self-publish, and I hope it's not tacky to talk about this, was the money. Fortunately, I've saved a lot of money over the years, and I knew that I had the money to put into my book to try to make it a success. It is a business, and some time and some money has to go into it for any business to be successful. So, cons to self-publishing. My book won't be in bookstores, and that is a whole complicated thing about how I use a print-on-demand service, CreateSpace, for my print copies. And CreateSpace doesn't accept returns, so in order for me to get in a bookstore, I would have to eat the cost of any returns and make an agreement with bookstores on a bookstore by bookstore basis, which, to be honest with you, just sounds like a whole lot of stress and more trouble than it's worth to me. So it won't be in bookstores. What else? Marketing. I have to do most of that myself. I have a great blog tour company, so that was a weight off of my mind. That's Espresso Blog Tours for anyone who is interested, and I do have a wonderful street team who tweets and retweets and blogs, and they're fantastic, and there are other bloggers who have supported me by posting things like Waiting on Wednesdays or including me on the Top 10 Tuesday list, but I am one little person, and I do most of my own marketing, and I try not to be a total spammer about it either. So I don't have the strength of a publishing house behind me, so I won't get quite as much notice, which will probably translate to less sales than someone who's traditionally published. So that will be another con for some people. While some traditionally published authors might have swag provided by their publishing house, I know that some traditional authors pay for their own as well. It's a guarantee that I pay for my own. And then you just kind of hope that people take well to it. I hope that this was in any way helpful to anyone. If anyone has any questions, granted my book doesn't even come out until next week, but I can certainly provide some insight into the days leading up to it. You can feel free to email me. My contact information is on my website, www.jenniferellision.com. And if you're interested, I hope you check out Threats of Sky and Sea. And thank you so much to the YA Rebels for having me on today. And I hope you guys have a good one. Bye!